Yeah.
Yes. So next up, we have Mr. Peter Gantner, our founder and CEO, to come on and talk about the state of the kula. What you got,
Guys,
Peter?
I had a 3-hour speech plan, but we're running out of time since we're already at 2 hours and 43 minutes. I'm going to try to cut it down to 2 hours, but maybe I can get it done in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So real quick, guys, you got to understand, every person in this company has my cell phone number. If you have an issue and you went to customer service or maybe somebody's not able to help you, you can always text me with it. Okay? We are here for you guys, okay? Our entire lives revolve around mine, Doug's, revolve around Kula Brands, right? This is our passion. This is my mission in life, right? Is to build the most incredible opportunity for you guys that are involved. And you have to understand, guys, we put in 100% effort. I'm not going to go to 110 or 120 because that doesn't exist. 100% is 100%. That's as much as you can put in. And that's what we put in every single day to make sure that we're able to deliver on the promise that we've made, that if you get in and you create value for inventors, there will be a reward at the end of the day. In time, that reward will begin to build and it will become significant. So I was in Las Vegas, guys, and we went out to dinner and I had this beautiful steak. And I was joking around and I put up a post, starving in Las Vegas. Guys, we got a lot of flack, or I did, got a lot of flack, and not me, because nobody texted me and said, hey, Peter, you shouldn't be bragging about eating a steak, right? They told Heather and Morgan and Dodie, and, guys, I'm a big boy. You know what I mean? We run this company so lean, so there is no waste, okay? I will tell you this. 99% of the teams out there would not have been able to build this company on what has come in from the cash flow from the members to where we've got this to. The reason why is we value every penny that is ever spent. So the one thing that I don't think everybody ever thought of, hey, who paid for the steak? Do you know if Kula paid for it? Do you know if I paid for it? Do you know maybe if Cliff paid for it? No. People's minds go to, first of all, I wasn't bragging, guys. I was sharing an experience with you guys, right? I thought it was beautiful. I looked at it, I went, wow, this is like a piece of art right here that I'm about to eat. It was something that was done out of good-heartedness, and then people turned it on it, guys. I tell you what, when you're making your $10,000 a month and you show me your new car, I'm not going to think you're bragging, and I'm not going to tell you don't show the picture. I'm going to be celebrating with you, because that's what a community is about. A community is about celebrating, not being jealous, not saying, oh my goodness, you shouldn't do that. I don't know where and how people get their stuff, but I celebrate victory, whether it's with inside Kula Brands, whether it's with outside Kula Brands. All I want for you guys is for you to have what is your heart's desire, what makes you happy, what cranks your crank, right? What makes it you as happy as you possibly can be. And the key is this, guys. I'd love to have that same respect back from you guys. I don't want you guys thinking anything negative, because I believe in the energy field that surrounds us all, right? And if you're having a negative thought about something, then that's taking away from a positive thought that somebody else is having. And the reason why this has gone how it is because of the positiveness of Corey and Deborah and Steve and Mr. Love and so many other people. I can go through a list of hundreds, maybe over 1,000 people that every day are sending positive thoughts to me and Doug and the entire cool thing, to our inventors. Let's stay on that path, guys. And again, if you have a problem with something I've said or done, text me. Tell me directly, 480-241-3896. 480-241-3896. Bring it to me, guys, because I got to tell you this. The people that are around us, they love us and they care about us, and they want to unload on you guys when you come up and say, hey, what about this? but they're nice and they don't. So it's putting stress on them that they don't need. Tell it to me. If it's something that you believe needs to be said, you should be able to say it directly to me, and then we'll resolve it. I got to tell you, so someone had put up a post about the fees. There was no problem with putting up a post about something that you didn't like. It was the attitude that went with the post that was the problem. And that post was taken down. We didn't ignore it, though. We looked at it. We went to work on it. Doug figured it out, and he lowered it. And we'll continue to do that stuff, guys. We are here for you. We are in your corner. Your dreams are important to us. How we run this company. What Doug just did, where he showed you where the problem was and pulled it up, they don't do that in other companies. They just tell you we couldn't get it done, and it is what it is. Don't look over here. Don't look at what we do. Just remember what we said, that we're growing like crazy, and things are amazing, and everything's wonderful, and everything's terrific. Some of you guys may have not been in for a while, but when we weren't growing fast enough, we told you guys we weren't growing fast enough, and we needed to grow faster. Our goal here is transparency, and I got to tell you guys, the rest of the world is catching up. The blockchain is decentralization. It's going to be a combination, 80% decentralized, 20% centralized, some type of a matching, a marriage there between the blockchain and the real world. And the reason why the blockchain has power, it is about accountability. It is about transparency. It is about being able to document and figure things out. It is about lifting the veil of power brokers who are controlling things, who don't have your interest in your best heart. Yeah, that's the way it goes, right? And they're manipulating things, and they're doing stuff that they're not. That's the power of the blockchain. That's the power of what we set forth in Kula Brands before we ever knew what a blockchain was. And 2 years ago, we said what we are doing, the rest of the world will catch on to. It's heading in that direction. The entire blockchain thing is moving in the direction of what we saw in the impact of how society will change and how people will begin to work together, how companies will begin to exist. Where it's not the few, but it's the many that provide value. Doug's mom the other day asked him if we were becoming communists, right? Because there's a misunderstanding there because of how we talk sometimes. It might sound like we're talking about a free lunch. If you've missed the point about us creating value, it is so important, guys. That is such a key. When I do something and I'm going to get rewarded from it, here's the question you should be asking yourself. Did I create value? If you didn't create value, then don't claim the prize. Create value, claim a prize, and that's how we move things forward. Integrity about what we're doing and where we're caring about what you do. You know why they call people that used to bring you food in restaurants servers? Because it was about service. It wasn't about just bringing your food. It was about service. And at one point, people that worked in restaurants were revered because they were service. It wasn't a low job that you got when you couldn't find a job somewhere else or whatever people think today. It was the fact that you were serving other people. It was an important part in a society, right? We are servants. We're serving the inventors. We at corporate are servants to you guys. We serve you every single day, and we have a goal to create value for you guys. You guys have the goal to create value for the inventors. That's how we win. And then the inventors create value for you when you give them a big enough start where they have the money and the resources to hire the top salespeople, the top marketing people, get this product on shelves, bring in Humagenics' case, some of the biggest builders in the world that build teams of 50,000, 100,000 people, and we create magic together. Provide value, get value. Provide value, get value. Provide value, get value. If we don't provide value, there is no reward. Reward only comes from the value that we create. That's the future of society. Create value for something and get a reward for it. That's what we believe in, and that's where we're headed. And if that is not your belief, I still love you, but we do have a refund form, and we wish you luck in whatever it is that you decide to do. But if your goal is to create value for others and then receive a reward from that, then you have found a home. You have found a team of people that care about you and that are willing to go to battle and fight for you every single day. Sometimes we may make decisions that don't work out the way we want them to. But I got to tell you this, and I know this from now working with Doug for several years. I know he's going to help fix it, and I know I'm going to fix it, and we're going to stand behind what we do every step of the way. And if we do that together as a community, guys, there's nothing we can't accomplish. I'm not talking about building one Facebook. I'm talking about building 20 of them. I'm not talking about creating $1 billion brand. I want to create tens of billions of dollar brands that benefit you guys. So we had Kula Brands, a fantastic idea that now is giving power to My Better Deals, to Kula International, to 4 or 5 projects that you guys don't even know about yet. These are transformative business concepts, business ideas that will go out and change society. And off of those type of ideas are how, in the past, people have become billionaires. The Steve Jobs, the Bill Gateses, the Mark Zuckerbergs, they became as wealthy as they are, guys, because they created transformative business models. They found trends that were taking place very early on, and they figured out how to make it better, and they provided value. Well, guess what? We're doing that same thing, and we're going to do it again and again and again. And what we can't come up with, we'll partner with the people that can. And we'll continue to bring ideas that transform the world. We'll come up with some products that do a couple $1 million. We'll come up with some that do 10. But in between, we will find and build transformative business models that change the world. And you get to be a part of that by being part of a community, by caring about each other, by loving each other, by literally saying, if I'm doing this, I need to provide value because I don't want to cheat my fellow community members. I want to make sure that I'm providing value to the inventors so we can get to where we need to go. And we're already doing it, guys. I don't want to sound like you guys aren't doing that. You already are. That's why this is working. You're defying what people have said about society. We're going in the wrong direction. We're going down the hill. Horse crap. You guys prove that we're not going in the wrong direction, that you do care about other people. What we've paid out in commission so far, guys, after 2 years is nothing, but it takes time to build a brand. And I want to go back to my page because there's some people on here that hasn't been in for a while. GoPro, first year in business, sold $150,000 in sales. First year, that's all they did in business. Now, it took him 3 years to develop it before he took it to the marketplace. You guys are in from the beginning, so really that's about 4 years. You would have had to have been involved with him, and he would have done $150,000 in sales. Second year, he doubled. He did $300,000 in sales. The third year, he got to $800,000 in sales. In 2015, that company did $1.62 billion. That's the power of a brand. That's the power of sticking to it, staying with it, and building something that matters, guys. It's not about I did something, what do I get for it? It's about I did something, and I provided value. And when we succeed, we all win together. Gillette. Anybody ever use a Gillette razor? Took 6 years to develop it. 6 years he put into to figure out how to make a razor. 2 years to start selling it after the 6 years. In 1903, He sold 51 razor sets at $5 a piece. Sold 168 blades at $20 for $1. His first year revenue, $263. Woo! That's a heck of a royalty check if you were getting a 5% royalty check there. But what would be your royalty check today with Gillette? Be pretty freaking awesome, wouldn't it? Now, we weren't around at that time, but I guarantee you, if it was and Kula Brands existed, 114 years later, you'd have some happy relatives, right? Some happy descendants that were pretty glad that you went ahead and bought a razor set on crowdfunding. Guys, I can go on and on and on. There's tons of examples of brands that took time to build and put things together that today, if you just had a few points in a pool with a royalty basis, you'd be making at least $1,000 a month per point. Guys, we have inventors that care about you guys. Now, they may have not come here knowing that. They may have come and said, hey, I got a shortcut. Man, this looks pretty good. I can get there faster. But just like we've fallen in love with you guys, and hopefully you guys have fallen in love with us, these inventors have fallen in love with you guys. They're like, holy mackerel, I never get this much encouragement, right? I don't have people standing behind me, usually in life. And so with that, guys, let's continue to push. Let's continue to do what we're doing. Because I got to tell you, it's looking pretty amazing to me. Maybe I don't have a crystal ball, but I see the future clearly. And that future is extremely bright. That future is transformative. That future has people getting new cars, paying off debt, putting their children through school without having to pick up a single dollar of debt, people going on amazing vacations. It has people having the free time to give to a loved one or somebody in need when they need it because they don't have to worry about going to a job. It has family members, when somebody gets ill, they're able to stay there and be with them and do what is necessary because they don't have to worry about a paycheck because they went and helped create value. What you do today, what you do tomorrow, what we do next month will echo into eternity when it comes to financial freedom, guys. It's not easy. We're not doing something where somebody's already paved the road for us. We're paving that road with our software, with the business model we have, with figuring out what we need to do for the inventors to help them get up to speed. This is all new ground. But I got to tell you guys, for the ones that hang in there, for the ones that stick in there, the amount of value this will provide to your life and the fact that you get up every single day and go, man, I made a difference. I did something here. I'm leaving an impact behind that will last for generations. I helped Jen's dream come true. I helped Len's dream come true. I helped Doty's. I helped inventors. I do not know their names yet. Dreams come true. Changed lives, created jobs, created fantastic products that are in the marketplace right now. Guys, you do make a difference and you do have an impact, either positive or negative. Either positive or negative. Let's go towards positive. And I'm telling you guys, it can echo out just like throwing a stone in the water and you watch those ripples keep going out and out and out and out and out. When we get 50, 80, 90,000, whatever it is, when we close the doors, and I'm going to make an announcement here right now, which I haven't talked to Doug about yet, but it's going to be made anyway. The echo that we have when it goes out into to where it's headed towards, right? And we close the doors. Our reach will just be beginning. Because the layer we're going to add on top of this So we had a layer here that will be 50, 60, 80, 90,000. Those are the people that choose to get involved in Kula Brands and become a Kula Brands member. Well, the next layer that's going on top of that will actually have probably 1 million or more people that are involved with it over the course of time that will benefit from it, as well as the Kula people, because it's layered on top of it, right? So everything that gets done here benefits here. But I'm not satisfied with that. I want to help hundreds of millions of people. So when we put that layer there, we're going to put some other layers on top of that. And the good thing is the foundation benefits from everything that's being done. We're going to bring some concepts to the marketplace, guys, and mark my words, as long as I'm here long enough, we will bring a $1 trillion idea to the marketplace through Kula Brands. $1 trillion plus idea to the marketplace through Kula Brands. And if you're part of it and you've created value, you're going to benefit from it. So here's what we're going to be doing, guys. February 20th, the influencing of Kula Brands will close for 2 weeks. February 20th. For 2 weeks, you won't be able to influence people into the community. When we come back, the price will be going from $249 to $299. The monthly pay will go from 12 months at $25 to 18 months at $20 a month. The value that is here, guys, is worth more than what it costs to get involved. And with the stuff we're getting ready to do in the blockchain and the other things that are getting ready to come, it's time for us to raise that up. This will be a preempt into it. It's going to give us a couple weeks to make sure we have everything right, and hopefully transfer from the software we're using right now to fully to our system. If that's not possible, we'll still use the system, and then we'll do off of that. There'll be 1 or 2 more of these. They'll be longer each time. Each time we do this, the price will increase to get involved with it until we get to a point where it closes for good and there is no more influencing available to become part of Kula Brands. But don't panic, because we will create opportunities for the people that are not in Kula Brands beyond that point. We'll continue to do that for the entire existence of this company, because our goal is to what? Leave this place better than when we got here. And the only way we can do that is to continue to create opportunity for those that don't have it right now, or a better opportunity for the people that do. We're going to impact the world. On February 6th, we will have our first call for Kula International to figure out how it works and all that stuff. We're going to lay out for you guys what it looks like, how it will work, how it will function, how it layered right on top. It doesn't change at all the structure and the way we have Kula Brands set up. It is literally just more opportunity for more people on top. Exactly what we promised when we started this. We can go back and listen to calls that we did in the very beginning, guys. This is not one step away from what we promised that we would do. I love you guys. Thank you. I'm going to say it one more time, maybe 100 more times, maybe 1,000 times. You guys are the greatest community on the face of this earth. You inspire us, and we're going to change the world together, and we're going to inspire a lot of other people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being amazing.
Okay,
Hold it together, Deb.
Come on, Deb, dry those eyes.
Got it. I'm back. Wow.
You know, you guys just got a glimpse of the future there, and it's he dropped some names, Kula International, some things that that when you guys see the overall plan, you're just going to know how much that's going to explode Kula Brands. And what Peter said, and I know people hear things like this, and I want to reiterate what Peter said and be so clear. There is nothing that Peter does, nothing that I do that will ever take away from Kula Brands. Everything that we do will explode Kula Brands. And when you see the plan about Kula International, what Peter said the name, so I'm putting it out there now so you guys hear it. It is totally about the projects. It is totally about exploding Kula Brands. It is totally about supporting you guys and taking this thing to a level that you never, ever could have believed. So, again, I've been around a long time, and people go, oh, no, you know, guys, this is nothing more than just exploding what we're doing. And it does not, as Peter says, from day one when we had this concept and we laid it out and drew it out, and I actually did the provisional patent on it, not a single deviation from what we thought to where we're going. And everything that I said earlier on my talk, this is the one model that allows us to do everything. And this is the first step, really the first major step into everything. I tell you, it's huge. So don't misunderstand what he said, because it is going to explode what we're doing at Kula, okay?
Whew, yes, it is. So Doug and Peter went over what we're doing yesterday in our meeting, and so I can't wait until February 6th when everybody can see and understand why you are going to question how the heck you ever found this in the first place. I mean, I've been questioning that for a long time, but man, whew. All right. Excellent. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and stop this portion, and then we'll start Q&A. Unless, does anybody else up here want to say something? I'm a wreck. Anybody want to add to this section on corporate staff?
I tell you, you're the most beautiful wreck that we have in Kula.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree, Doug. Yeah, she is.
Every day, the gratitude is just, it oozes. Amazing.
Well, why don't we do some questions?
All right.